You're listening to Why You Suck in Bed on the Riotcast Network, riotcast.com.
When you compound the shit out of someone and then they cry 5 minutes later, that's exciting.
That's our PSA.
Quote of the year.
There it is. Welcome to Why You Suck in Bed. This is Dr. Stacy. I am here with
Molly.
I thought we were doing something way different in the beginning, except I feel like we already fucked everything up.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Way to go, doctor.
me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's do it over.
It just dawned on you, didn't it?
I thought we were going to do it before the theme music.
No.
Well, someone needs to give me direction.
You know.
So this is what happens when the boss isn't here. Everything goes to shit.
Fuck. All right, let's do it over.
I think we should run with this.
We'll run with it, but let's just pretend.
Pretend.
Let's pretend. Are you ready? Everyone be quiet. Let's pretend.
Riotcast.com.
Everyone just nix that from your memory.
Sex is a meaningless expression of basic evolutionary principles and should be treated as such. Real love is madness not expressed in any physical form.
Calvin Klein.
Wayne Gretzky.
Okay, caveman.
The new fragrance.
Discuss.
Discuss that. I don't understand what any of that said at all.
This was the response when I asked one of my personal friends, who's a listener and a philosophy professor, what we should talk about on the show today.
I like his response a lot.
How are you friends with a philosophy professor?
Because she's smart.
I got friends in high places.
Smart people hang out with smart people.
What were you doing?
You wouldn't know that.
What were you doing with a philosophy professor?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would like to know. That's why I'm asking, and I'm sure all the listeners want to know too.
That was a fucking taste.
What does his office look like? Does he have a carpet for your knees?
I like to sit in his chair and read Plato while he goes down on me.
I'm sure it's the other way around.
Wow. So, I don't think love is real. I think it's a chemical reaction that we all just make a big deal out of.
I agree.
What? Wow. Both of you go kill yourselves.
It is. It's when you look at it, it's actually biological.
I think about that all the time.
It's very short-lived. And then what you're left with
what the fuck?
is a glorified friendship. And you either choose to continue it and have sex or you don't.
You are depressing the fuck out of me.
Come on, Molly, right?
How can you disagree with that?
Right.
How could I disagree with it? Because that's bullshit.
You fall in love with someone, you have your honeymoon phase, and then after that, it's basically companionate with the sexual component.
Exactly.
So that's
if both people want to do that.
Right.
So that's just love. That's it.
That's it.
What about your family members and stuff? Other
that's
people
a different.
That's a different.
First of all,
it's
that's
still considered
that's a
love,
familial
so
bond.
That's
familial love.
It's only called love because that's what we named it. But clearly, it's different from meeting someone outside of your family that you fall in love with.
There's a familial love, but it's really just a bond that's biologically we need to bond with family members
Yeah.
for survival.
There's a reason.
So that's not chemical.
It
no,
is
no, it's
but it's also
evolutionary and
instinct.
chemical and instinctual. But love,
So romantic love is not evolutionary.
it is because it makes you want to have sex, which will make you mate, which will make babies.
Right.
But after that, that's why it's only short-lived, that chemical reaction. It goes away.
Tell me it doesn't go away.
Amen.
See, I can't even argue my point because all my relationships have been short-lived. So
Exactly.
I
I was going to say, what's the longest you...
I can't
Have you
even-
ever been in love for your entire life?
Is that the blank stare we just got?
Yeah,
You're
I want to
"Ooh."
get angry and argue because I don't agree with you, but all of the evidence that I've collected in the past 22 years has...
Well, I also think you can fall in and out of love with the same person. Like, you see those couples that are super lovey-dovey and they've been married for 30 years.
I think also that you go through phases where, you might see someone hitting on your partner and it sparks something like a chemical reaction in you because then you're like, hey, that's my bitch.
Yeah.
And then that can trigger that whole, attraction, lovey-dovey thing
That's what
again.
they talk about in cuckolding. Mm-hmm. It triggers a competitive response to see your partner being fucked by someone else.
What?
And a lot of people do it even though they feel jealous in the moment that they're witnessing their partner be with someone else. It makes the sex after that incredible.
Yeah. And I think it brings you closer together.
It's sperm competition, actually.
Yes, and it goes back to also ladies have a chemical release
Sperm
after they orgasm that makes them feel more bonded to their partner.
Sperm competition
It's
for
all
me
about-
would end in murder. If
I believe
if someone
that.
else was putting sperm into one of my females, then that person would die.
Well, that's one way to deal with competition.
That's the only way I know how to deal. That's the only way me know how to deal with competition.
Should we repeat what you said earlier
What is this?
in our discussion?
Endless love, asshole. How do you not know that?
I don't know.
What was the guy that painted his face in half and one half was Diana Ross and one half was Lionel Richie? And he performed. Was it on Star Search or
No,
something?
it was a porn that you were watching.
No, I have a vivid memory of that. I'm going to Google that shit
Was
later.
it Vivid? Was that the company that put it out?
Thank you for not Googling it now.
No.
I appreciate it.
So, all right, whatever. We
I
tried to
can't
be
sing that song, I
intellectual,
don't
and
know
now
it.
we're back.
Yeah.
Molly and I wanted to discuss something on the serious side, but also
Time to get real.
we think it can help our audience. We wanted to talk about the.
Shut the
I'm
fuck
gonna
up.
fucking kill you.
Okay, really? I can tell you're in a mood today. I can tell.
Yeah, maybe
And-
this is the wrong
No, you
time.
just put me in a mood.
And
Get real.
Henry's not here. He's always the one that reins you in, restates what
He
you
usually-
say so it doesn't sound so
He
offensive.
usually
Yeah.
puts his hand on my my leg and calms me down.
Yeah. Well, you're going to have to control yourself today.
Maybe we need to swaddle you.
Yeah, you need to swallow my pride.
No, you need to be swaddled
And
like,
by pride, I
like
mean
an
my
autistic
sperm.
child.
Wormy.
And by sperm, I mean my man chowder.
Do you need a weighted
Ew.
vest?
What? What?
Yeah, I knew he wouldn't get it. All right.
That's one way to stop me by saying something retarded like that.
Confuse him.
Oh, I just said something retarded. Okay.
A weighted vest?
Yes. Look it up. So we wanted to discuss the benefits of psychopharmacology.
That's one way to put it.
And Molly and I both have very
Is that farm FARM?
no. There are no animals involved.
Then I'm not interested.
Shocking.
There's no horse fucking.
Molly and I have very similar stories in that we can discuss how we were before medication, after medication, how that influenced our sex and love lives, and everything in between.
Ooh, so we're
Well, I
talking
don't think we have to
drugs.
focus on medication either. It's
And therapy,
the point is
mental health.
mental health, yes, and how it impacts your sexuality.
So have you ever been so...
Have you ever seen a wolf cry to the blue corn moon? And when you really need it the most, that's when rock and roll dreams come through. I love the echo. I treasure your love, treasure your love. I'll show you how to use it. Oh,
You're singing with yourself! He's singing with himself. This someone call Henry.
It's not going to work.
He needs to get over here.
Where is he?
Immediately. He said he was in baby lockdown, I think was the
Jesus.
term. I'm in baby lockdown. I will try to make it.
Oh, he's
Just
still
one more example of how kids fuck up your life.
He's-
Completely.
I thought he was done with that crack baby.
What do you mean done? How do you
Done
just
with it.
done with it?
He dropped it in a
18 years has passed since the last episode.
I thought he was going to try and, like, you know, get rid of it and make it look...
What? They kill it?
I never said that.
Sell it on the black market.
What are you talking about?
Don't say that on the air.
He loves that baby.
Right. Sure.
Gets him a lot of chicks.
I'm just staring at John in disbelief.
I just keep looking at sex slave like
I guess he
like
didn't...
you
Are you hearing this? Are you hearing the same thing I'm hearing?
I guess he didn't include you in that conversation. Sorry. I retract the statement.
Well, as a mental health professional, I would have to report him to the police if he told me
Yeah,
that.
you go ahead and report your boss to the police and see how that goes. Are we going to be in
it's a child
lawyer,
safety issue.
We're going to be in lawyer lockdown again?
Yeah, if I can prevent a child from being murdered, I don't care.
It wasn't going to be murder. It's going to be an accident.
Bunny ears.
Jesus Christ. So
What did
wow.
he even name that crackhead?
I don't know. He won't talk about it.
I feel like it's Eugene.
That's my dead uncle's name, you asshole.
Oh, because I knew that somehow. So let's talk mental health.
Thanks. I'm glad you're finally caught up. So I think, have you ever been with someone or have you yourself been so depressed that it's affected your sex life in some way?
Ages 20 through 30.
You've been depressed or you've been with someone depressed or both?
Both.
So what's it like to
Did
have...
you listen to the first 70 episodes of the show?
I'm doing it for the listeners. I know your history. So what is it like
You mean hinder or...
wait. What is it like to be in a sexual relationship with someone who's
Great.
depressed and you yourself are depressed? No, come on. Don't be flippant.
Don't be yourself.
Yeah, please be someone else for the remainder of the
How
show.
did the depression affect your sexual/love life?
Killed it. Absolutely killed it.
Well, because you didn't feel like having sex.
Yes.
She didn't feel like having sex.
Yes.
Or sometimes people are so depressed they use sex to feel good, but it's only fleeting.
Yes. That's what I know of.
Yes,
So
I had one of those too, yeah.
That was a good one, wasn't it?
No.
Oh.
She was really over the fucking edge insane.
Yes.
Did it
That's
end
good,
with
though.
tears?
Always. Always. Once it even ended with a knife
To your penis?
to my throat.
Really?
Because
To your penis throat?
Because she didn't come?
because she knew I was going to cheat on her.
Of course.
Yeah.
Paranoia.
She just knew it.
You're a stud.
Of course.
I could see it. I see that twinkle in your eye.
Anybody as good as me is going to have to spread it around.
So she was most likely borderline
Most likely she was. Okay.
with paranoid features. Would you like to expand on your depressed sexual partners
fest.
who would then cry in a corner afterwards?
That wasn't depression. That was just reactionary.
Reactionary depression.
I don't know if they were depressed. I mean, I guess that could be part of the fucking soup that was their mess of a life. It was mostly, I think, bipolar bullshit that I was dealing with.
Borderline.
Probably, but because they were so crazy, like the sex was good.
So you're saying mental illness equals good sex?
Yes.
Great. That's an awesome message.
It might also equal, like,
Well, we're done here. Let's move on to something else.
you might also get knifed or something, like Jeff was alluding to.
So it's
but
a risk you have to take.
It's a
in
risk.
other words.
There's
Sometimes it's worth the risk, as some say.
exactly.
Well, I don't know. When I was depressed,
Like when you compound the shit out of someone and then they cry 5 minutes later, that's exciting.
that's our PSA.
Quote of the year.
There it is.
I'm going to get that printed on a mug.
There's an excitement.
There it is.
That unknown.
When
I don't know why we even tried.
Well, I'll just talk to you.
Okay.
When I was depressed, I used to have sex to feel better with my boyfriend, not like
My testicles.
random people, but like with my boyfriend, and then it was fleeting, and then afterwards I'd always feel bad.
You get lower.
Like I would just be back to feeling sad, and I just felt like I was in a rut, and there's nothing I could do to get out.
Yeah.
Would you go? Oh, I'm sorry. Would you go back to?
Oh, you're
feeling,
sorry.
Would you go back to feeling
time.
low and then want to do it again? to get back kind of up to where?
Sometimes I would sometimes feel like the more I had sex with the guy, it was almost like it validated me. It made me feel like, I'm lovable.
That's what I was going to say. I definitely have used sex in the past as validation because my self-esteem was so low that I was like, all right, well, at least if I have someone to fuck me, they find me sexy.
Yeah, I'm not horrible. Yeah. At least I am good at that, and they like my body. So. Yeah. So you're very confused. You look like
he's so perplexed. Right now.
I'm just trying to like be good at something. Is that what you mean? Or?
No, just like not even love. No, just like
it's a
appreciated.
I think this probably works for women better because there's actual evidence that you got the guy off.
Yeah.
Like, you know that you did something to please someone else.
Yeah.
And it's instant gratification.
Yeah. It's like, oh, wow, I could make him come.
I think you're a slut.
I think it's hard to understand if you haven't experienced it, but I mean, I went to therapy. I had panic disorder. I went on medication. I'm still on medication. I've been on medication for 17 years. No, 27 years.
Jesus, how old are you?
Yeah,
oh my
God.
I was under the impression you were in your 50s. Are you really in your 70s?
No, not 27 years. 17 years.
Are you like Dr. What was that old chick, Ruth? Or
I am Dr. Ruth.
Joyce Brothers.
Did I say that right?
Ruth is Dr. Ruth alive? She is, but Joyce Brothers is dead, right?
My dad met Dr. Ruth on an airplane.
Oh, she's so little.
Did she join the Mile High Club?
Did she blow him? Yeah.
I don't know.
So anyway, I feel like if there are any listeners this is my opinion, Molly, follow up with yours, but I feel like if there are any listeners out there who feel like they're suffering from some kind of a mental issue, therapy is really amazing if you find a good therapist, as is medication if appropriate.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I wanted to talk about this is, listeners have probably noticed that I haven't disclosed much about my personal life over the last couple of months, and basically I've been depressed more than half my life. Finally sought help recently, started antidepressants, and I'm a completely different person. And that's relevant to the show because it totally brought my libido back. Mm-hmm. Like, that's sort of how I can gauge how normal I'm feeling.
Yeah, and I also find that my libido came back, but also I wasn't so needy of another person, if that makes sense.
Right, exactly. You feel more independent, not seeking validation from other people. Mm-hmm. And it makes such a difference. And for a while, I convinced myself that I didn't need help. Everyone goes through this. Everyone gets sad sometimes. Mm-hmm. And I think that if that goes on for a long time, you should seek help.
And you shouldn't be... I have to tell you, there are people, especially in other parts of the nation, they poo-poo mental health, and they think it's all, it's bullshit, and, it's like a big...
Yeah.
It's a sign of weakness if you go to therapy, or...
True that. And I was definitely affected by that stigma. I was like, I can't believe I'm one of those people that would go to therapy. But
and you're a scientist.
The reality is, there are so... Like, if you take a look at your life, and most people aren't open about this, probably more than half the people you know are in therapy or on medication,
or should be
been in therapy. Everyone has their shit.
And the stigma is really harmful to all of us, because if you look at what goes on around the world too, like suicide, violence, it just is like a litany of things, but it all comes down to mental health. And the brain is an organ, and no two brains are alike. So in order for you to get help with something that's going on in your head, you need to really talk to someone. And then, medication is a personal decision, but some people, it's essentially a chemical imbalance.
I went to therapy for like a month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, seems like it helped a lot.
How did that go?
It was all right. I felt like it was just me sitting there bitching and moaning about stuff.
There was nothing helpful.
Maybe if I had continued, maybe I would have saw a difference or something. But then, the kids happened, and I can't afford that shit anymore.
I mean, that's a huge barrier, too. I have to say, like, the therapy I'm undergoing isn't even covered by my insurance, which is very good. So, I mean, that's unfortunate.
Well, if you want to know the reason why a lot of therapists don't take insurance, is because we went through the same amount or more training than a medical doctor. Mm-hmm. And we get paid a very small amount of money compared to a medical doctor,
because it's not seen as like a real, like, when you say as a person with that PhD, when you like that, people don't feel that you're a real doctor. Like, that it's not like you're not a real doctor.
Right. They say that. Right. And the thing is, like, a lot of people have a doctorate in like different areas, But like a doctorate in psychology requires clinical training. So I was in a hospital. I did do all this stuff because you're dealing with people. No, I'm not a medical doctor, and I never pretend to be, but there's a lot of training involved. And I think what happens is when you get out there and you have a private practice and you sit with a patient for 50 to 60 minutes, which is more time than any medical doctor is going to sit with you. Like a medical doctor what doctor sits with you for 60 minutes?
5 minutes.
And you get paid, you get reimbursed nothing from the insurance companies for sitting with you for 60 minutes. We all want to help you, but we also need to make a living. So a lot of therapists are like, well, I'm just going to charge $100 to $200 an hour, and that way I can actually pay my bills. And that's why a lot of doctors, psychologists don't, take insurance. Psychiatrists
I think it's really good
too,
to get a explanation of that, actually.
because I think a lot of people.
'Cause my therapist is super expensive.
When I think a lot of people think, oh, they just want to make money. It's like, well, we have to live. And believe me, there are only so many patients you can see in a day too. So it's not like we're raking in the
that's
dough.
true.
Like burnout. I can't see more than 5 to 6 patients in a day before it's like you're not even helping anyone.
Right, you're
after
just sitting
that.
there, you're burnt.
Yeah.
Like-
So that's the explanation.
I'm sure it's not easy listening to crazies all day.
And I got fucking student loans to pay back, motherfucker.
Like, I wouldn't want to listen to me bitch and moan for an hour.
I wouldn't either.
God knows I'm not getting paid enough for it.
Well, that's the only reason I started coming on the show, is that I was hoping to get, like, free counseling.
Yeah, I can see it's really working.
It's doing wonders.
So there's our little segment.
There you have it.
I hope you liked it.
Mental health PSA.
My kids are benefiting from all the counseling I'm getting from you. I haven't beat the shit out of them.
How are you holding up with all the snow? I always think of you when it snows.
When it snows. Fuck. I didn't have them the last time it snowed, so I was jumping for joy. But it's supposed to snow what? Like
tomorrow.
Seriously?
Yeah. Tomorrow morning.
It's gonna fucking snow.
I'm so sick of this shit.
I know.
That's John.
I gotta at least find someone to get snowed in with.
Oh God, it's so tight. Oh. Actually, last time I was shoveling, I had like earbuds in from Tweaked Audio.
Ooh, tweakedaudio.com, mic'd and unmic'd. Get the unmic'd so you don't have to talk to anyone.
I had them in.
Put in the code SUCK for 33% off.
And I guess my kids were trying to get a hold of me. Because they were like murdering each other in the house.
Daddy, stop listening to Metallica.
So I guess they were trying to get a hold of me from the window, and I'm out there, shoveling, listening to some fucking whatever. And then next thing I know, I turn around and my son is outside, no shoes or socks on, holding, like I made them pancakes, and he's standing there with the plate of pancakes. And I turn around and he's just standing there looking at me, and his feet are like beet red because he's standing in snow with his bare feet. My daughter's in the door, so I take her.
You're
I'm like, what?
such a good dad.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing out here? And he goes, I can't cut my pancakes and she won't cut them for me. They were arguing, and my oldest one was like, fuck you, I'm not cutting your pancakes now, because he was being, I guess, a little dick or something. And so he's trying to get a hold of me from the door, and then he comes outside and he's like, me. I'm like, you're gonna get fucking frostbite. Get your ass inside and learn how to cut your pancakes yourself. And then I took them, I sat them both down.
And you gave them a pancake cutting lesson.
Gently put my hand on both of their heads, and I slammed their fucking heads together.
Wow.
You're a liar. So you want
such little shits. And it's because their mother fucking babies them and lets them get away with everything.
Oh my God.
All right, this isn't bitch about your kids hour.
I know.
Come on, clinically.
We're supposed to talk about sex.
Fix me.
I can't. I told you, you're beyond
too
repair.
broken.
So I was at the gym this past week, and I was on a treadmill next to a guy, because I'm not a guy, but I was next to a guy.
Wait.
And
hold on. Whoa.
She said she was next to another guy, implying that she's
I was
also
a guy,
one.
but I'm not a guy. So
hey, I
just
was
to
on
clarify.
the treadmill next to another guy who next to another guy
no, I was on the treadmill.
who's on another guy
and there was a guy
doing
next to
another
me.
guy.
It was a guy next to me.
Yeah, so you should have started
And
with
he starts talking to me. I love gay men.
which happens all the time.
And I start So I was blah, 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 talking back, because who doesn't like to have a conversation while they're working
Now, was
out?
that how you were talking
Everyone.
back? Did you freak him out when you were like,
Yes.
he's trying to have a conversation?
So I watched him do this move where he...
Did he like flip around and start walking backwards on the treadmill?
That's what
No.
I pictured too.
That would have been hysterical.
Just to like be a pimp in front of you.
Yeah. Or sideways walk when they walk sideways on the treadmill.
Yeah, like a crab.
I hate that.
A crab walking.
I hate that. No, he was talking and then he pretended he was adjusting his iPhone or something, and he removed his wedding ring.
Wow,
Ooh.
smooth.
But I
Smooth,
saw
except
it.
you saw it.
Yeah.
So, whatever, I stopped talking to him. But how often does that shit happen?
What, did I take my wedding band off?
Did you used to?
What'd you do with it?
Did I used to? Actually,
Do you still have the ring?
no, I do not. I did actually used to take it off depending on where I was going.
For what purpose?
You know, when I first got married, like, I was totally into my wife before she like totally went psychotic and whatever. And I had never cheated on her, never had any intentions to cheat on her. But sometimes when I would go, like supermarket or whatever, if there was a, or maybe
Took your
Starbucks.
Ring off to
Supermarket.
Starbucks, I believe.
Yeah, it's,
You don't want them seeing the flash of your wedding band when you hand them the money.
Well, yeah, you
For
want a
your
free cup of
Frappuccino.
Java, totes.
Yeah, I kind of did the little, the flirting thing is fun. And you don't get to do it as often when you're married. Like, it was no
Did
harm,
your
no foul.
ex-wife ever catch you not wearing your ring?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head, but
I'd
I'm sure she
fucking
did.
commit murder.
I mean, I'm pretty slick with stuff like that. Like, I'm usually pretty
I
good at
bet
not
you
getting
are.
caught. I mean,
good.
I would just put it in. There's like usually a little pocket on the inside of your jeans.
Oh, that's the wedding band pocket?
Yeah, that's the wedding
I thought
band
that was
pocket.
like the condom pocket.
Yeah, that pocket.
No, the one.
That's what it's really for. The small pocket.
Yeah.
It's to hide your wedding ring. in.
Yeah.
Not condoms.
So that if I did forget to put it on,
Or drugs.
if I forgot to put it back on when I get home, I could slide my hand in my pocket and then kind of finagle it back on without exposing the hand.
I think that's a topic that I'd like to explore some more, and I wish people would actually email us. Looks like
What, the wedding band thing? I didn't mean any disrespect to her or anything like that. I just...
Okay.
I know it's taken it as that. I realize it, but, I don't know. It was... I liked the attention every once in a while, as fucking womanly as that
Yeah, but
sounds.
do you realize that you will get as much, if not more, attention with a wedding band? That's
I
been
didn't
shown
find
in
that.
studies.
I know, but me personally, I didn't find that. I found that as soon as I got married, I got so much more attention than when I was single. So being married and not having my wedding band on, it was like the ultimate. I know that makes no sense, but I'm telling you, I did my own research.
All right, whatever, Okay, I've actually worn a fake wedding band at times, so people would leave me the fuck alone.
Leave you alone, yeah.
I'm not saying like oh my god, I'm so hot. I'm saying like
Cubic zirconium?
I've gone out and I've been like known that I'm going to be at a bar alone for a while or whatever, and I'll take a one ring and put it on the marriage finger just because I want to. It's almost like a creep, not
Repellent?
Repellent. I was like, what's the opposite of magnet? It's a creep repellent because it doesn't always work, but women a lot of times really don't want you to approach them. There's a tip.
You see, you can't win either way, because then that same woman would be like, why don't guys approach me? Why am I so unapproachable?
Oh
Guys
shit!
never talk to me.
I've left this fake wedding ring on for the last 2 weeks. That explains everything.
I think people need to take classes on body language.
Well, here's the thing.
If you're
agree.
sitting at a bar on your phone, drinking a martini or reading the paper, and obviously having a good fucking time by yourself, don't come near me. If I'm looking around and making eye contact.
If there's a chick by herself, sitting by herself, that is automatic. You might as well have a sign above your head.
I
that says,
hate
"Come
you for
talk to
saying
me."
that right now.
That's-
Do you know how sexist that is?
That's
Why
how
can't
guys
a woman
read.
be
That's
by
how
herself
I'm just
and not
telling you.
want to be approached? Why are we not allowed to enjoy a
Then
beverage?
put a reserve sign on around your neck or something, because I'm telling you how guys read the situation. And in addition to that, the thing with the ring putting in on the finger, and I don't know, maybe I'm just speaking for myself. When I see a chick with a ring on a finger, I can never figure out if it's a wedding band or if it's just one of those like gaudy bullshit rings that like people wear all the time.
Right. That's another thing. I
don't know, but guys, I think
want men to take classes because I always observe one of the first things when I meet a person, I look at the finger.
Too.
Not even for sexual reasons, because that says a lot about a person. Are you married? Boom. Okay.
I do too,
Are you
but
engaged?
I can never tell.
Boom. I always look. An engagement ring looks like an engagement ring.
It's easier for you because guys don't wear rings as often as females wear rings.
I want to give
females
a fucking
wear rings
class
all
on
over
this.
Their fucking
right?
hands.
How much? I could do such a public
Jeff
service.
has something to insert.
What?
Insert it, Jeff.
What if they have hooks instead of hands?
Stumped her.
You've been stumped? Is that what you
If
said?
someone has a hook,
like stumps.
then I don't think you should be talking to them.
Whoa! There goes.
Oh my God!
You're
You
against
have.
people who don't have hands?
There goes our fan base.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just like you're against janitors.
Wow.
We'll get into that later.
Anti-janitor, anti-hook.
Okay. Sorry, all you hook hands. I was all for you there.
Wait, you have Callie's amputee phobia too?
No, I'm kidding. Of course I'm kidding. Well, if people have a hook for a hand, then you can't blame them. That you can't tell if they're not married or not.
They
so you
can
just
put
have
a
to
ring on
ask.
the
They
hook.
still have other body language that would indicate whether they want to be approached or
Just wanted
not.
to clear that up for the old.
A person with a hook can also be left
Okay,
alone in a
people.
bar.
My point, women wear rings all over their fucking
Oh
fingers,
my
all over
God!
the
But
place.
a wedding ring and an engagement ring,
Yeah, you
look
purposefully
like no
don't
other.
buy
No,
And they're
rings that
always
would
on-
resemble a wedding
And they're
ring.
always on this finger. Look at me.
Yeah.
This finger. No other finger.
You wear
This-
fucking rings
not
No,
on
I
ripping
that.
you
don't.
off.
All right, well then.
No, I don't wear rings on this
You wear
finger.
those like big cocaine-looking fucking
I
rings all the time.
never on
Looks
this
like you can
finger.
keep-
Never on this finger.
Where's a Green Lantern ring on that finger?
You need a class on, and I'm not just picking on you. A lot of
Ovaltine.
men need classes on this because how many times have I said to male friends like, "Oh, she's married. How do you know? Did you see the rock on her finger? Which hand? They don't get it."
The rock, yes. The rock is easy to pick out because it's like huge and sparkling, and especially like around here on Long Island, women get these big fucking...
Oh yeah, just on Long Island.
But the
You ever hear of Jersey?
the engagement thing is not as easy to pick out.
That's it. The engagement ring is the rock.
I thought there was a band or something.
No, the
too.
band
That's when
is
you actually
the wedding.
get married.
Oh.
Were you married for a while?
I'm so worried for you.
I fucking don't remember.
I
So
don't
when
sleep
you
at night.
proposed to your ex-wife, you just like took a ring in a box and you're like, "Here, put this on. I don't know which finger it's supposed to fit."
I didn't buy her a diamond
Okay.
I'm not shocked.
because that's an invented custom
Oh, I see.
that I don't partake
It's a
in.
blood diamond, isn't it?
No, it's that whole fucking. It was invented by De Beers. I'm not fucking giving them money.
Oh.
Fuck
Okay.
them.
That you will research.
I'll get
To
cubic.
save you a buck.
I'll get cubic zirconium.
Zirconia.
Yeah,
Tupperware.
I got her an
Tupperware.
Ovaltine.
In a Tupperware.
I got her a Dakota ring.
Okay.
Drink
You
more
got her a
Ovaltine.
Captain Planet ring.
Earth.
Why don't
Fire.
we address the one
Wind,
email we received?
Water. Hot. Go planet.
I like how hard.
Powers of fire.
Answer your emails. It's time to answer your emails.
And here we go.
We gotta get Barney back on the show.
Seriously.
Before we start, we got one email this week.
And it was to me, of all people.
Right.
Fans, what the hell is wrong with you?
978-503-SUCK.
Here's what I'm proposing.
Reprimand them.
I'm going to start with Angry Bird again.
Oh, shit. It's been so long.
Because
shit.
you guys are fucking slacking again.
Reprimand them.
And people like Elaine.
Yell at them.
I'm not directing this to you.
Yell at them.
But come on, you motherfuckers.
Yell
It's
at them.
time. We can't do the show without your participation.
Yeah, participate.
So you need to email or you need to send a voicemail.
It's kind of bullshit. I think it's the bystander effect because I know we have a lot of listeners. I
Right.
feel like everyone just assumes that other people will write in. If you have an inkling to write in, just fucking write in.
Write in if you can criticize us. We're used to it.
Yeah, yell at us. Those are the best ones.
Yeah, we like when people insult us.
Yeah.
Don't insult me, though. I cry.
So
sentence.
You are
does
going
cry
to get
after the
a
show.
very big portion of Angry Bird if you don't start sending in some emails. So here's an email that was sent to Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Would you like to address it?
Yeah, I'll read it. This is ND22. Same as ND21, just a year older. I'm sorry, dude. I don't know who the fuck you are. Anyway.
Be nice.
I know. This is why people don't write us.
That's
Yeah.
why people
Rip
are
them
right.
apart.
Good. I'm glad we had Jeff read this one.
I'm just being myself. You should have seen when I wrote them back. Your sperm salad story was fucking funny. Thank you, sir. This show would be nothing without you.
I agree.
So now you know why he wrote to you. Stop
Right.
bitching.
Can I read that sentence again? The show would be nothing without you. Okay.
We agree.
Also, let King Henry and John know to keep up the good work with the Japanese voices.
Look
No,
at that.
I hate
Look
you for
at
saying that.
Look at that.
I could not stop laughing at work because of those two. I got one question for everyone on the show. What is everyone's favorite sex position?
Ooh.
Oh.
Want to answer or should I read on?
Read on.
All right. I almost forgot. From one sentence to the next, you almost forgot. Okay.
He's a short attention span.
This is for the ladies on the show. They have put down the janitor at their work a few times on the show. I just want to say I'm a 22-year-old
One time.
night shift janitor at a college, I think he means college, and not all janitors are creepy, strange, or stupid. I have seen about 85 to 90% of janitors are creepy and stupid.
See?
But not all of them.
So it's likely that...
I'm going to attach a picture of myself so it can be shared with everyone just to show that some janitors are not that bad looking. Thank you again, TP, for the kick-ass sound work you do. Let everyone else on the show know they do a great job, too. And he attached a picture, and I'm just letting all the guys know, do not send me pictures of you guys, please. Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to address this first because I have a story, and then you can address your story, Molly, because we both discussed
Fine.
janitor. There is a custodian at my place of work that I discussed being creepy because...
Strange and stupid. That's what he said.
I didn't say strange and stupid. I said he's mentally challenged, and he is. I happen to know a little thing about that.
Like missing chromosomes?
No,
or
like low IQ, most likely a severe learning disability.
Frankie Beans?
And two, he stalks me. He requests me on Facebook.
Dr.
He
Tasty!
won't leave me alone when I won't accept his friend requests. He stares
Stop.
at my body parts extremely inappropriate
Which body
manner.
parts?
All of them. My vagina, my breasts. He has stared
Why
at
are
all of
your
them.
breasts and vagina exposed?
They're not.
At
I'll
work?
be wearing pants and he'll stare at my vagina while talking to me.
Maybe he thought your vagina was speaking to him.
I brought this up. I don't remember what the context was, but at no time did I say that all janitors are creepy. At no time did I say custodians are janitors. Did I put them down? So I don't know why you're so defensive. Maybe you need to take a look at that. Maybe you're not so happy with your career choice.
Well, you saw the picture. What do you think?
Shots fired.
I think you're a good-looking man. I don't know if you stalk girls and you're creepy though, but you're a good-looking man. So go ahead.
I assume
Molly.
being a night shift janitor isn't his like permanent career path, though. I could be wrong.
And if it is, who cares? You get a good pension.
Custodians make good money.
They do. What?
Don't touch my board ever again.
I accidentally touched your board.
Is that why it made a weird
You
sound?
fucked up.
Sorry.
You're off.
I'm sorry.
That was your last strike.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
You never touch the board. Daddy will
Thank
smack
God Henry
the shit
wasn't
out of you.
here.
I don't really have a story. I just shared the fact that I also have a mentally handicapped janitor at my place of work.
Do you both work at the same place?
We do not work at the same place, but he said that 90% of janitors are creepy, whatever. So it's extremely likely that both Dr. Stacy and I have encountered a creepy janitor.
Yes, and we're not saying that all janitors are creepy.
There was one
I
at-
can't stand that our listeners generalize shit. Like, I'm
They're
speechless.
great people.
Yeah.
They're great people, though.
I'm going to help to
I don't
generalize
think all
more.
Italians are stupid, just John.
Thank you.
I do think fraternities are stupid, though.
I
agree
will
with that.
punch you right in the fucking mouth.
So what is everyone's favorite sex
Oh, sex positions.
Okay.
Go ahead. You're a rider. You're a top rider.
Well, here you go.
You're a rodeo cowboy rider.
I used to be a rider, but now I'm a real big fan of missionary.
Because you like laying on your back doing nothing.
No, I just think I achieve really good orgasm.
The
that
old
way.
starfish.
You used to be a rider because you were like young and spunky and into it, and now you're a back flopper.
No, Okay.
Christ.
You know what? Fine. You're right. You're right.
She likes it because it reminds her of undergoing acupuncture.
I'm not even conscious. I make sure I'm not conscious during
She
sex.
takes like 9 Klonopin
Yep.
and just
You've got
passes
glasses
the
that
fuck
make it look
out.
like your eyes are
I'm
open.
fully clothed with a hole right at my vagina. That's how I have sex.
Like an Orthodox?
Yep.
You know,
I'm
with the hole
fully
in the
clothed,
sheet.
so I don't have to.
Which
be
is a
I
myth,
don't want to
by
be
the way.
uncomfortable or cold at all.
You wear a muumuu? Mm-hmm. Nice.
So go ahead, Molly. What's
Sexy.
your favorite position?
I really like being on top, but I also like, I don't even know what you call it. I guess it's sort of missionary, but both your legs are on one side of his body.
Yeah. I don't know.
Should we invent a term?
The L?
The L.
Yeah, the L is nice.
The luge.
Yeah.
The luge.
I
is
really
not.
enjoy the
luge is-
skeleton.
The luge is when you're just
The helter
laying
skelter?
on your back, but you're like totally straight.
Your legs are together.
Yeah, that's the luge.
You're barely responsive.
That's right. And you have someone underneath you,
Yeah.
sticking their dick into you.
I love that.
Hot.
What's yours, John?
I like switching around,
It's not a position.
but usually,
I like switching around too, but I wasn't allowed to say that.
but usually my finisher move, it'll be kind of missionary,
The fist?
but I like
Combo.
I like to slide my hands underneath the ass, like kind of missionary-ish, so I can get more like thrust into it, and then just go to Pound Town. Take the train, one
Ugh.
stop, woo woo, Pound Town.
the missionary, I also enjoy with the knees bent upwards.
Yeah.
Your knees bent upwards.
Yes.
Not mine.
Not that I remember because I'm
that
unconscious.
would be, now I'm picturing like an airplane scenario where like your knees are bent supporting the man's
Yes.
torso and his
And
legs
he's flying.
are also bent.
That's why you call him Superman.
You think my knees could support him?
No, your legs would break. I'm surprised your bed's.
You're an asshole.
Ouch.
He's not that big. He's tall and
He's
broad.
really tall.
So he's little.
He's tall and broad.
He's a little
I thought
person.
you
And
said
he
he was
has
normal.
some extra weight, but he's not as huge as you make him out to be. Jesus Christ. He's like 6'4".
In which direction?
Oh, really?
Oh,
If we want to get personal, because I'll get fucking dirty.
dirty,
Jeff,
dirty.
what's your favorite position?
I like lying on my back doing nothing.
Okay.
Oh, and it's okay when he says
Yeah. Why don't you attack him?
I'm a
Sexist.
man.
Hey,
You're a sexist.
Listen, he works hard all day. He's
Thank
allowed
you.
a little break.
You're a dick.
He's putting food on the table.
All right, we're going to do some articles since no one wants to fucking email us.
Jeez. Now they're definitely not going to email us.
978-503-SUCK. Call
What's the email?
Stacy at riotcast.com, TP at riotcast.com, Molly at riotcast.com.
You got it.
And you still have none.
Or tweet me.
Tweet. Hot Dog Stacy. Molly WYSIB. Throbbing arm. And token penis. Henry's off Twitter.
Henry's off the grid in general.
He's totally
He
off the
doesn't even
grid.
have electricity in his place.
No. I used to like when he was on the grid.
Me too. He was a very witty tweeter.
I loved his profile pic.
Can you guys hear me, by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
You're low though.
Well, you're fucking hitting knobs and buttons over
Yeah. Thanks. Oh, you're trying to sabotage me on the show now. I get it.
I thought we were bonding over being mentally ill.
That's true. We are both mentally ill.
I
That
miss
doesn't
you,
explain
Henry.
you muting my microphone, though.
That's why we all get along so well. We're all mentally ill.
Who isn't fucked up in the head, though? Show me one person.
Well, I'll always
Sex
have a
slave
job.
isn't.
I'll always
True.
have a job.
Sex slave is like incredibly sane.
She's so sane.
She's the sanest person in here right now, except that she's chained to the wall.
That's why she.
That's why I got her chained to the wall. Ain't letting that one go.
Good plan.
Yeah, you know what?
I think that's a good move.
Your track record.
I do like the new nipple piercings you gave her. It's a nice addition.
I don't like the tattoo of yourself on her forehead, though.
That's a little much.
She's traveling too much. I got to make
You
sure she's
you
staying
ruined a
home.
perfectly good face.
You also super glued a fake wedding ring to her finger. That's kind of fucked up.
Listen, you could have at least gotten a ring pop. You didn't have to.
No, she can suck it away.
Well, that's what's.
No.
Suck it.
All right. Did you guys know that Facebook just did some changes?
Really?
Did you hear about their new gender options?
Yeah.
It was big
Yes,
news.
actually.
No, I don't hear any
This
news.
is very exciting.
So what can I choose? What do I have to choose
So
from?
you no longer have
I
to
think
be.
you can put in your own, can't
you no longer have to be just male or female.
Wookie?
There's a customizable option with about 50 different terms you can use.
Android.
Like what?
Androgynous,
Crab person?
bigender,
I don't like to think of my
intersex,
crabs when I'm masturbating to porn.
gender fluid, transsexual.
Gender fluid? Mm-hmm. I think of like sperm.
I think of what's that show called? The Secret Life of Alex Mack, where she
Where
can
she
morph
turns into a gender
puddle.
fluid. Yes.
Every time I hear gender fluid, that's what I think.
That was a good show too. She was hot.
Users can also select neither or other and separately indicate whether they want to be referred to as she, he, or they.
It.
No, not it.
They?
They?
They.
Plural?
Really? You could be like
They is the grammatically correct term to refer to someone whose sex you don't know,
Hermaphrodite?
or sure, I guess hermaphrodite.
they live.
So anyway, I think it's huge. It's a step in the right direction for Facebook. So thank you, Facebook. Now I can finally identify myself correctly.
What do you?
What would you choose?
What are you choosing?
They?
Fluid.
Fluid.
Just fluids.
Semen.
Queer.
Semen. All right. Do you
Gender
remember
queer.
we talked
Wanna
about
put
it in my pudding?
You're always covered in semen, so you might identify as such.
Semen. I want to be your backup singer, John. All I'm going to do is just
Oh my
sing
god,
semen.
that's the like
Semen.
super duo.
I was thinking that we should write
Semen.
a song to go over the intro music.
Yeah, we should.
We should write lyrics.
Yeah, we should.
It's such a singable melody.
It's got to be like a lounge music, like while you suck in bed.
Because your penis is small. Because your dick smells like farts. You wanna put it in
Because
my
you
pudding?
don't eat my pudding.
titties bouncing everywhere. I don't even have a contribution.
I can't look at your nipples.
They're too big and hairy.
Your testes scare me.
They droop to the floor and look like my Uncle Bernie. Wormy, wormy, wormy.
We can do this.
We can do this.
We can jam out.
Wow.
We should do
you
an
guys are going to get signed by Geffen. I know it.
We should do an unscripted show sometime.
That would be awesome.
I don't know if I can
I'm
do that.
so good at improv.
I don't
I
know.
would be amazing.
I can't improv. I can't. I'm not good like that.
Line.
Shit, I forgot my line.
All right. Do you remember a few weeks ago we were talking about the guy with the little penis who did the documentary?
Oh yeah, little
Yeah.
penis guy.
And how he proposed on the big screen and
Yeah,
you got, "Bleh, what's wrong with proposing on a big screen? Bleh." Remember?
Yes.
Call it a fucking penis.
That sounds about right.
Says the guy who didn't even get his ex-wife a ring.
Right.
I did propose, however.
How? In a Hooters? Because that's what I picture.
She was out with her friends.
You
and
texted her.
I found out where she was. Like she was hanging
Via
out.
AOL Instant
Don't tell me you
Messenger.
put it in food. I hate when
No,
dudes
no,
put
no.
it in food because women always choke on it.
Always.
Okay.
That happens all the time.
She
I read
wanna
like
put it in my
10
pudding?
news stories a day.
she loves banana pudding.
Here we go.
Okay.
Great.
So
Do
she
it again.
Want to put it in my pudding?
she went out she went out with a group of friends, and like I found out where they were, and I was like hanging out near, and when they ordered dessert, I dressed up in a gorilla costume.
No.
This is bullshit.
No.
No, I'm dead
I
serious.
literally don't believe it.
I'm going
rented-
to erase this from my brain.
I
I've never
rented
heard this.
a gorilla costume,
No.
and I delivered the
Pudding.
yes.
Where was the ring?
The ring was like it was in
On his penis.
In the pudding.
No. I had it on like my finger in the gorilla hands, so that I delivered the thing, and then I took off my gorilla hand, and then my real hand was there with a finger. What I was originally gonna do was
That's probably the least romantic.
I was originally gonna
Literally.
buy a fake finger and put it in the pudding with the ring on it. I thought that would be too creepy.
Why are you even divorced? I don't understand.
You're such a catch.
How did the romance leave that relationship?
Jesus. Well, I have an article, and it is the world's 10 most cliched spots to propose. So basically, don't propose in these places.
Central Park. I'm calling it now.
Restaurant.
I got engaged in Central Park.
This is the
All
night.
right, ready?
What a beautiful night.
The Eiffel Tower. That's cheese.
Yep.
Hot air balloon.
What?
I like that, though.
People do that?
I love hot air ballooning. I do it
I've
all
never
the time.
been, but I'm a hot air balloon enthusiast.
I have one in my backyard.
The Long Island Sound looks lovely this time of year.
I do like it though, but it's not. Come on.
Have you ever even been on a hot air balloon?
Yes.
How many times?
In the Colorado Rockies.
I would not mind getting
It's
proposed to on
pretty
a hot air
fucking
balloon.
phenomenal. to be
That's
honest with
okay,
you.
being proposed in a hot air balloon?
It's at least private, except for the balloon operator, which I'm sure he's seen that a million times.
Well,
That's
here.
so weird.
Hopping in a hot air balloon to ask for her hand at altitude might seem like a wholly original idea at first, but consider this. Vegas balloon rides averages one wedding proposal every week.
What?
Yeah. So
I'm surprised that's it.
Not very
So weird.
original. All right, number 8 on the Jumbotron, John.
Is it that easy to get that done?
It's a scientific fact that sporting events are about as romantic as a wet cough.
Yeah, is there like a how-to? Like, who do you call?
I guess. I mean,
Ghostbusters?
you can be like, happy 5th birthday, Sally, and then, will you marry me?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, is that what
Happy
So-
89th birthday, Nana.
yeah, like we'd like to welcome the
Welcome to Little League.
Yeah.
Champion.
the second grade boys choir. Like they always have these weird signs up.
I would be unlucky enough that like my girl would not be looking the second that it came up because it's probably like $1 billion for like 5 seconds.
But then they go "Pleh," and they put the camera on you, which is what happened to Little Penis
But
Man.
do they do that? Like, wouldn't he have to have that set up or something?
Yeah,
like,
you set it up. It's a whole thing.
They don't read your mind and like project it to the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
But I would think like it would be one price to just get like anything up on the screen, like go fuck yourself, Seymour, I don't know, whatever. But
Fuck yourself, Seymour.
That now, if you
I would
propose to
enjoy
me-
baseball games so much
you gotta
more.
wait for the third inning for go fuck yourself.
If shit like that was
Yeah.
on the Jumbotron, like just people just aired
Yes.
their dirty laundry.
you have a small dick.
Maria, you cheating bitch.
Yeah.
I want a divorce.
If you put "go fuck yourself, Seymour," I would marry you. That would be fine.
Oh, I forgot to get my go fuck yourself message into there. What's the point of going to the game?
Yeah, fuck
Or you-
this.
I'm
I'm gonna
there-
scalp my tickets.
I'm there with like my little son, and I'm like, "Hey, look at the jumbotron." And it says, "Go fuck yourself, Alex." Look, that was for you.
Oh, look, Mommy left you a message on the big screen.
Oh look, I never loved your mother. Oh look,
I told you your mom hated you. Now
Okay.
live with me
Oh,
forever.
look, Daddy, there's a message for you.
you feces smearing animal.
You're like, John, you have to lose 20 pounds. Sorry to tell you this way.
Fuck! Someone needs to make better use of the Jumbotron.
Seriously, this is bullshit.
I know.
It's been 4 months. It's time to lose the baby weight, bitch.
I don't go down on you because you smell like a fish store.
You haven't showered in 3 days. That's why I won't eat your box.
And then you get the whole stadium to chant, take a shower.
Wash
Take
your.
a shower. Wash
Your
penis sucks. Wash your punani.
Wow, subtle ways to hint things at people.
All right, the Bellagio fountains. Don't do it in front of those because everyone does.
Where is that? Like Rome?
Las Vegas.
Oh.
The London Eye, which I've never been to, but
I have. It's a really slow Ferris wheel.
yeah, and no. I mean, then you're fucking trapped in it.
Yeah.
Like, what
It
if you say
goes
no?
So slow. Yeah. It's actually the most awkward place to
It's very
propose because
awkward.
there are 20 other people standing there in a dead quiet
In a glass
capsule with you.
Very awkward.
Yes. Is that going to happen every time I say awkward from now on?
Well, we have that segment that
I can
nobody's
only hope.
sending emails in. Niagara Falls is number 5.
Lame.
On
Unless you're at a strip club on the Canadian side looking at Punani.
Okay.
Right.
On a gondola, the 86th floor of the Empire State Building.
Why 86?
That movie.
Oh,
The observation
you
deck
got
and-
mail or something? What?
Well, it was originally... what was the original movie? It's an old movie.
Sleepless
Fair
in
to
Seattle.
remember.
An affair to remember. Yes. This is my biggest pet peeve in a hansom cab in Central Park.
what did I
because
say?
the fucking
What did I-
horses are suffering, and you're just like, yeah, I don't care that
Except
you're like,
usually it's like in a boat. in the middle of
How do you know the horses are suffering?
Because they are.
They're making a living.
Their conditions are terrible.
Yeah, and they're farting in your face. Wait, did you just ask me a question? That horse fart interrupted you.
Yeah. Wow, that smell was really distracting. The last one is the beach.
That's terrible.
The beach, I like the beach.
If
I like
it's
the
like
beach.
if it's like at night and you have like a little fire or
Sunset.
something.
Yeah, I mean, you can make it work.
but
I don't know if I agree with that.
I'm thinking like in the middle of Jones Beach with like
Okay.
fucking needles next to you and people
no hypodermic.
pumping there.
Right, no. No, not like just like a
dead
regular
hooker's
day at
hand
the
sticking
beach.
out of the beach.
Yeah, no. None of that shit.
You have little kids running past you. While you
So where are you supposed to propose? Like Denny's?
do it in your own goddamn apartment, or do it in a gorilla costume.
Yeah.
I can't believe you did that, but thank you for sharing.
It was either that or the Central Park Zoo.
I was just going to say the zoo.
Because I rented the gorilla costume. It was going to happen.
All right, so
Did you rent it specifically to propose?
Yes.
Or you rented it for fun and then
No,
decided to propose?
No, that was the.
Because I could just see you just like having some weird masturbatory thing with that.
Well, we later had sex and I had the gorilla head on. I kept that part on.
So romantic.
I can't wait for you to tell
we
your
did
children.
we did like a King Kong role play. It was awesome.
She was King Kong, right?
Yeah, she was hairy enough.
I think number 11 was in a gorilla costume on this list.
Just missed the
Yeah,
top 10.
just missed it. So, did you hear about this? I think this is so sexy because you know how I feel about gay sex. I love it. So, a 19-year-old
Love it.
A 19-year-old
Loves it.
man intends on losing his virginity in front of a gallery.
Bullshit, you're gay.
He's a 19-year-old from Central St. Martin's College of Arts and Design.
It would be so artsy.
I don't understand art.
His project is dubbed Art School Stole My Virginity, and it was inspired by his experience as a 16-year-old student questioning the cultural significance of virginity. So, he is going...
I think he's just an exhibitionist. Literally.
It's going to take... It's going to take two forms.
People don't like your smart humor.
There's going to
Keep
be
it out.
a live staged sex performance available to 150 ticket holders, as
Ooh,
well as a
put me on the
2-day
waiting list.
exhibition of the artist's more permanent work, such as his
torn asshole.
photographic study of the female orgasm titled Horgasm.
Wait, is he selling
Wow,
tickets
this guy
to
sounds
it?
like a really good artist.
He's selling tickets, yes.
How much do the
True
tickets go
Andy
for?
Warhol of our generation.
I kind of want to go.
What do the tickets go for?
I don't know.
To see a guy get butt raped.
This is his art. All of this.
Do the people who go, like the audience members, do we get a little vial of his ass blood?
I don't think so.
One can only hope.
I want to keep it like around my neck.
I was
In
there.
a necklace.
The blood of an anal virgin.
Cum Mirror. He has one titled.
Does he guarantee his own ejaculation? Because I will not pay money.
See, that's the thing. Like, this is going to be very interesting to see if he can even.
If he could even get it up. Is he getting fucked or is he fucking someone else? He's getting fucked, right?
I don't know. It's going to take place on April 2nd at the Orange Dot in London.
This is
so
far too vague.
I'm going to look it up.
Fucking
and I'm going to
redneck.
get tickets.
Far too vague for me to shell out money. I want to know details.
Well, he's getting fucked.
Yeah, but I want to know, like, are they going to reciprocate? Is he only going to be the catcher? Is he going to get a reach around? Like, are they going to keep the fluids and sell it afterwards?
Wow, so many questions.
Yeah. All right. The last article I'm going to read is a study of 2,000 adults, and it claims to have determined the best husband and wife names.
What's the age range for adult?
I don't know. Guess what the number one best wife name is?
Best wife name?
Sandra.
Wife name, Mary.
Jeff.
Delilah.
Sex slave.
Slave. What would you guess? Jennifer. Top 10 best wife names.
Definitely ain't Stacy.
Based on what?
This study.
Yeah, but what
This-
what variables did they study?
I don't know. I mean,
Were these people like less likely to cheat?
yeah, I mean, I think they probably did a stupid questionnaire. Top 10 best wives. Katie.
No.
Sophie. Louise.
Sweeze? Wheezy?
Sarah. Emily. Charlotte. Elizabeth. Amy. Jessica. And Lucy.
Lucy.
Guess what?
Oh my god!
What about
I have
guys?
so many problems with the statistics
Guess what the
of this study.
I know.
I can't even
but
get
it's
into
fun.
it.
It's fun and funny. So guess what the best husband name is?
Michael. Most
Bruno.
Bruce.
David.
But my problem is, David's a really common name.
Right. And
like,
so-
how the
right.
fuck? I want to
David,
see their statistical analysis.
Andrew, Daniel, Paul, John, William, Simon, James, Chris, and Stephen. Michael didn't even make
Sounds
it.
like a Bible
Chris-
entry.
No, Chris is not a good name, in my experience.
That's it. Call them up. Molly said.
Based on my empirical evidence.
I know that was stupid. I just thought it'd be fun to bring up because it's totally stupid.
I have something fun to bring up to you. Could you look at my phone for a second?
Are we looking ugly babies again? God damn it.
He's next to a Bible this time.
Oh, no.
It makes it even worse.
They're going to sully.
Do me a favor. Send that to Henry.
Oh,
I want him to be horrified.
Christ, yes, seriously, send this. Oh, my God. I'm so glad that my kids were never this ugly. I would flush it immediately. I'm sorry. There would be an accident to be had. And then you have to hit it with the plunger because it gets stuck halfway down.
I wonder if Facebook notifies the person when you download their pictures.
No.
I hope.
Now you're really,
John knows.
paranoid.
John knows. 'Cause
Yeah,
he does
seriously.
that frequently.
Yeah.
Definitely send it to Henry. So, anyone else have anything else to say? Because that's all I.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
That's an ugly baby.
Amazon.com
503 suck.
You can buy picture frames for ugly baby.
You can buy
pictures.
a mask for your child.
Yes,
Dude,
buy a mask.
you could buy. There's a listener who sent me a title to look up a hentai title. Mm-hmm. Like that's the real pervy Japanese stuff. You can buy that shit on Amazon.com.
They also have Amazon Prime, and you can get streaming videos.
I have my Amazon Prime. Thank you.
So go on the Amazon button on our Why You Suck in Bed webpage. Please purchase things through that button because we really need your help so we could support the podcast and buy equipment and deal with all the technical issues that come up all the time. Also, gamefly.com/suck. Put in, no code. I always think there's a code. There's no code. 14-day free trial. Gamefly.com is Netflix for video games. Keep them as long as you want. Complete the game and return. Or keep the game for a lower price than in
And
the
don't forget,
stores.
Twisted Toys.
.net.
Fucking bomb.
Put in the code SUCK for 20% off any sex items.
Rockstar, Paige.
Paige's company. She's the best.
And we already mentioned Tweaked Audio.
Yes, we did. And please send us in your emails and your voicemails.
Yeah.
Participate, people. We like friends. Be our friends.
And if we don't have
Be our
friends,
friend,
we
please.
probably will stop podcasting.
We'll go away.
Yeah, fine. We get it.
You don't like it.
We get it.
We actually
I
have...
guess we should just fuck off now.
We have
You
no...
want to put that on a jumbotron?
Jesus. Anger management.
Fuck off, Sydney.
You need to see my therapist. I'll take the rapist for $400.
Okay. That was, I got you. I knew who you are. Sean Connery on Jeopardy on Saturday Night Live.
Well done. Well done, Trebek.
All right, everybody. See you next Tuesday.
Wake up, it's time to do it again. Let the past be the future. Wake up, it's time to break up again. When the feeling compels you, untouched, unloved, set by the scars upon your